Right. Welcome to Minority Minute. I'm Hannah Robinson from Southmore High School.
And I'm Alice Cameron from Mission Academy High School.
And we're here to talk about current minority status and how people perceive other people of different cultures and races.
Yes, and I was looking in 2001 or 2011, the Black approval rating has lowered since Obama has been president. Since his first term, it has lowered significantly. What do you think that's about?
I think it might be because the disapproval rate for Obama has also increased because of, the standings that he has about, just all the rights that we should have and the laws that he's passed. And so when people see Obama, they see that he represents the Black community because he's such a big leader for them. Mm-hmm. And so if they don't like Obama, some of them might automatically assume that the rest of the Black community is exactly like him and have the exact same views. And so that might be a factor to that. All right, and also Republicans, most whites are Republicans. 87% are white of the Republicans. But minorities are 85% of the population growth. So they are a big contributing factor to the growth of our country and the stimulation of our economy also.
Yes, and there's been a lot of talk, about whites becoming the new minority. Mm-hmm. And from those statistics, you can see that that's true. And it's just, I don't know. It's just, I think that scares some people, and it will change the entire dynamic on, mm-hmm. minorities and how they're viewed.
Yeah, I think this time period, because there's an increased disapproval of our president, and people talk about, revulsion of the South and stuff and mm-hmm. all things like that it's kind of like a blast from the past of mm-hmm. racism, kind of a little thing of that. And so I think after that, all gets resolved and stuff, I think that we'll be more accepting of, different cultures and interracial marriages and, Black people, and accept them as equals as they are and not base them off their color of skin.
I definitely think that the newer generation has a different view on it than the older generation, mm-hmm. just because they were raised in a point where it was segregated completely.
Yeah, and it's getting to the point where, they're no longer in charge of the country, that we're going to take charge, the new generation. And so I think that'll be more acceptance when they take charge and someone from our generation becomes president.
Yeah. And I think that I heard somewhere that in Alabama, interracial marriage was not legal until 2000.
Really?
Yeah, and I thought that was crazy, and it kind of ties in for me that I see that in the South there's a lot of Republicans mm-hmm. and, white and older white people.
Yeah.
And I could see that kind of factoring in with the Obama and all of that kind of thing.
And also the economy kind of hits a point because it's so hard to find jobs for some people that not also Blacks, but, Mexicans. They find they don't find racism towards them because they come over from Mexico looking for jobs and a better way of life, mm-hmm. and they see them as they're taking their jobs that they want to have, and so it makes it even slimmer to find mm-hmm. a job, and so they see them as the bad people because they're just trying to find a good life like we have, mm-hmm. and I think they see them as, kind of like job stealers and illegal aliens coming mm-hmm. over and taking jobs and not having registered. They feel like they are taking advantage of our freedom.
Yeah.
And taking away their rights also.
Yeah. I could definitely see. I've heard a lot about that, and just with Homeland Security and stuff, a lot of it too. It's interesting living in Oklahoma and getting to hear everyone's opinion.
Yeah, because we live so close to the border.
Yeah. Definitely.
Hey, and also the minorities can also be considered, gays with the recent laws. Mm-hmm. They can also be considered a minority because of their different feelings, and we've thought of passing laws to make it acceptable for gay marriage, and so that's also raised some questions, and so that's about all the time we have. So thank you for tuning into Minority Minute.
I'm Alice Cameron from Mission Academy High School.
And I'm Hannah Robinson from Sophomore High School. See you next time.